If you are looking for comfort on sport bikes, you are probably looking for something that sport bikes do not offer, because first of all, sport bikes are not built for comfort. However, comfort is something that they do not provide. Modern sport bikes have improved their game on things such as rider aids, safety, and technology. Sport bikes are harder to ride for long distances, but if you are reasonably fit, you can be able to make yourself comfortable. You can ride a sport bike for 2 hours without having any problem. Some people even go for 400 to 500 miles ride a day without much difficulty. Only if you are in decent shape and be able to maintain a great posture. That the best way to find your good posture in a sport bike is to go to the dealer and sit on it. Even go around if you want to, because we are different just as there are different sport bikes. Keep in mind that what's comfortable for me may not be so for another. There are still a lot of things you need to know about sport bikes before you decide to purchase one. What is the purpose of a sports bike? A sports bike, also called a sports motorcycle, is a motorcycle designed to optimize for speed, acceleration, braking, and cornering on asphalt concrete racetracks and roads. Their main focus is a performance at the expense of comfort, fuel economy, and storage in comparison with other bikes. Sport bikes usually to be more agile and lighter than other motorcycles. They usually have high-performance engines that go speed up to 200 miles per hour, which makes them one of the fastest motorcycles on the market. Is a comfortable sports bike cheaper? Since we have explained that the comfort of a sports bike can depend on a person's preference, here is our list of cheap comfortable sports bikes you can choose from. Of course, we do not expect everyone to agree with this list. Keep in mind that most of the time, fun and comfort can come in small or inexpensive packages. If you want a cheaper comfortable sport bike, check out the description. We have some as cheap as $3,699. Are sport bikes good for commuting? Some people find sport bikes very helpful for commuting because they are fast, agile, and reliable, even though sport bikes are not often built for daily rides. Sport bikes are not designed for tackling traffic in the city, going from or to work every day, however. It is still doable with them, but after some time it is going to become tiring, at which point you're going to do it less. Sport bikes have an aggressive seating and handlebar position which does not lend itself to the kind of all-round visibility. In general speaking, regular sport bikes such as any 250 or 300, or the 650s, 500s, and 1000s, such as the ER6N or the FZ6R/FZ1, are standard bikes and have a more comfortable seating position. Are sport bikes comfortable for long rides? Most sport bikes are not designed for long distance but for short rides of amazing intensity, as in track racing. For that reason, sport bikes are tight, with not much comfort for long distances. If you want to do a road trip with them, they do not even have luggage mounts. Meaning if you want to go a long distance with it, you will use bungee cords and such, then you can do road trips. But this does not mean you can't travel comfortably to your desired destination. You just need to be well prepared with a sport bike. Sport bike needs you to lean forward because it has hard seats and basically a nice tucked fetal position, which is uncomfortable for long distance rides. They can be as great as other motorcycles that are known for long distance trips. Can 2 people fit on a sports bike? Absolutely yes, 2 people can fit on a sports bike because there is a little pillion on the back of a sport bike that can hold a passenger. Riding with a passenger is an experience for both passenger and the rider as well, but before you hit the road, it is better to be prepared with the bike setup, skill, and proper gear that fits well, because your fun 2-up dream bike trip could turn into a riding nightmare just like that. The passenger is the responsibility of the rider, meaning extra precautions are needed. Are sport bikes heavy? Sport bike is one of the lighter types of motorcycles because the average sport bike weighs about 400 pounds or 180 kilograms. Sport bikes weigh 300 to 500 pounds, which means they are heavy compared to dirt bikes, which usually to be light as 100 to 300 pounds. Dirt bikes are known as the lightest. Adventure bikes tend to weigh about 500 pounds and cruisers are around 400 to 800 pounds, while the touring bikes are the heaviest since they weigh 800 pounds and up. They usually have a higher RPM, while they have the same size. Why do people love sports bikes? You can ride short distances with a sport bike without any hassles. They provide excellent performance, braking, cornering, and handling abilities. Sport bikes are enjoyable to ride on the winding roads, bends with sharp cornering ability, and they also are amazing for the paved roads, racetracks, tarmacs. Sport bikes are agility, They allow to lean into corners and accelerate fast out of them, and also have limits far outside of what a cruiser bike or a standard bike has. They are modernly designed with sleek lines and a shape that cuts through the wind instead of plowing it aside. Many people also love them because they cost less than a sports car. Sport bikes are a good combination of great aesthetics, good looking, and great performance. They are for several the ultimate, purest form of motorcycling. Tips: if you decide to purchase a sport bike, just try to bend your back and tuck in your stomach while riding, because that way your spine will not absorb all the shock from bumps and stuff. Conclusion. In conclusion, sport bikes are comfortable for some people and not comfortable for others, especially if you are very overweight, have bad posture, or already have chronic pain in your back or wrists. You can also tour with sport bikes. I mean, if you find yourself in a position you need to tour with a sport bike, you absolutely can go touring on a sport bike. And that's it from this video.